Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Sandeep Pednekar, and you're watching One Universe, the show that fosters positivity through the promotion of love, peace, and harmony. And to talk about promoting all of these values, we have a wonderful guest with us, Darryl Atwaters. Hello, Mr. Atwaters. How are you?
I'm doing well, Sunday. How are you?
I am doing excellent. Thank you.
Good.
So, welcome to our show. And you are talking to us all the way from Dallas, Texas,
Correct?
or outside Dallas, DeSoto, to be precise.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so uh, please introduce yourself for the benefit of our listeners.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. One, I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to be part
Of
of
course.
your show and just to, give my thoughts and my heart around various topics that we are facing in the world and our community and so forth. So, again, as you mentioned, my name is Darryl Atwaters, originally from Memphis, Tennessee, where I was born and raised. I moved from Memphis around 17. I went to the Air Force straight out of high school,
Oh,
and from
wow.
there, yeah, I've been here in Texas ever since. I've lived in a couple of parts of Texas, one Wichita Falls,
Okay.
another location, San Antonio.
Okay. Yeah. Your video has paused.
Yeah, and so I've been here for a while. I went to school here, went to University of North Texas, where I received my bachelor's in public administration.
Okay.
It went on to what I'm going to say. I received two masters here as well, one
Wow.
in a Master of Divinity from Southwestern Theological Baptist Seminary, and I received an MBA from Texas Wesleyan University here in Fort Worth, Texas. And so
Very nice.
education is, well, thank you. But education is critical and huge for me. I've always said when I finished high school that I would be done. I'm done with school, but
Okay.
there's an inner part of me that always wants to learn, always wants to grow in different aspects, whether it's career, personal, community wise, and taking what I've learned through academia
Hmm.
and applying it into my own personal life, working alongside with others in communities, in government, things of that sort, church, all those things, and really trying to utilize what has been given to me. So I'm thankful for I got the opportunity to do that.
Good, good, good. So what led you to the current job? Were it a few jobs before that um, that you had taken up?
Yeah, good question. So, of course, I was in the Air Force. Once I left the Air Force, I was a medic in the Air Force, so really kind of like the medical field. One, which I was drawn to the medical field because my mom worked in the medical field for such a long time in Memphis, and I think going to work with her and seeing all the things of caring for people has always been a huge passion of mine. And so once I left the Air Force, worked in a couple of hospitals as an orthopedic person, guy, and just helping set bones, put on casts, all those things that I think I couldn't do at the age of 23.
Hmm.
I wanted to do it, and so was thinking. But really, the Lord just kind of led me on a different path. So I kind of left out of that and worked for Citigroup. Citigroup, I was there for 9 years.
Okay.
Uh, so with their training department, which is one of their entities which dealt with titles and
Okay.
appraisals. And so I was in charge of all those soft skills, those things around understanding the title and appraisal
Hmm.
business.
Okay.
Uh, And so back in 2000, was introduced to a young lady at that time. I call her, I mean, she is the shortest lady I've ever seen, but powerful in so many
Okay.
ways. And, uh, and so we just began to have conversations, and she saw my passion for youth. She saw my passion for community, and she saw my passion for the Lord. She
Okay.
saw that I loved the Lord and wanted just peace and harmony. And I've always had a passion around how to walk along people so they can experience the goodness of life. What does that look like? And so for them in their context. And so left Citigroup, came on staff with Young Life. I've been with Young Life 24 years now. I've had several roles in Young Life where I was an area director, which in Fort Worth oversaw an area. And then I left. I moved, promoted up to a regional position, and now I'm in our national office where I work remotely, but I'm in our national office where I do development work. And development consists of development around fundraising, development around stewardship practices, things that would help grow areas from a funding perspective, and helping them to think and strategize around the who, what, when, and why of fundraising. So that's
Okay.
been a real thrill of mine because it does go back to my passion of caring and helping people realize their dreams, their God-given dreams, things that they have, and they want to make a difference. And so I kind of look at, label myself as trying to be an agent of change, and just
Okay.
really how do we change existing things that sometimes can be um, negative impacting people's lives, whether
Hmm.
that's children, boys or girls, men and women. How do we go in? How do we partner? What do we partner? How do I partner with people? How do I come alongside of people uh, and help them realize and move themselves out of, just some traumatic and some places where they need hope. I think that is always been my mantra is how do I bring hope?
Okay. So, before we jump into the meat of what all you do at Young Life, I want to give a shout out to the person, a common thread between you and me, is your mother.
Yes.
And she is a wonderful human being. She is God sent. And it's not just me, it's the entire St. Peter's Manor right here in Memphis, Tennessee would vouch for
Mm,
that. A very wonderful person. And and
mm,
and I say that not because she's your mother. She is your mother.
mm,
That's a really wonderful thing.
mhm,
But the amount of and the vastness of the
mm.
impact that she has on the residents of St. Peter Manor is
Oh yeah.
phenomenal. I have seen her volunteer and go over and beyond. And in fact, saying over and beyond
Mm,
itself is underwhelming because she does so much
mm,
way beyond that. And hats off to her. And also a
mhm,
shout out to all the people at St. Peter's
mhm.
Manor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know that you are super proud of your mom for what
Mhm.
she does. And like they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yes.
And I know you have taken from your
Mm,
mom such wonderful characteristics and your own characteristics
mm,
that have put you in a position to serve people and
mhm.
especially young lives.
Right.
So now I do want to for you to talk about several aspects of what you do for young youth. There is
Young life?
young life,
Yes.
yeah,
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
young life, and for the youths over there, and some are
Hmm.
not necessarily all that young.
Hmm.
We can also talk about the age range that you deal with, but also on a personal level, how you go over and beyond.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Thank you so much for the shout out to my mom. I truly believe if it weren't for my mom and my dad, I would not be where I'm at,
oh yeah.
not possess the things that I do, and even have the mindset and the heart of hope and help. And so and I think that's one of the things throughout my whole family that I've seen how, even though my family is small, but I've always seen how they want to help, assist, and make the world better. That is always what I've lived on. And just give people hope. And so person at a time. So but yeah, going back to what I do in Young Life, some aspects of some things I do in Young Life. Young Life is in over 103 countries. where we are bringing the
Wow.
gospel
Mhm.
to not only middle schoolers, not only high schoolers, but also we bring it to young lives, which is our teenage ministry, where teenage mom ministry, where we minister to moms and their babies, as well as teen dads. We also have Capernaum. Capernaum is a ministry that is focused on kids with disabilities, whether intellectual or physical. And
Mhm.
we have international Young Life, where we have a whole international wing of Young Life as well.
Mhm.
And then we have Young Life College, where we minister college. So our mission, Young Life mission, is to introduce adolescents to Jesus Christ and help them grow in their faith. That's our mission. Now, do we do it by, uh, standing on the street, whatever it may be? No, we do it by building relationships with high school, with teenagers, with adolescents, and we walk alongside them. We walk alongside their parents. We walk alongside teachers, and we just try to be an aspect, a positive role model, or another positive adult in their lives that say, "Hey, I'm in it with you all the way, from graduation to college, if you go to college, or through your family." And I have lifelong friends that when I was working directly with kids, I mean, at the time, they're high schoolers,
Mm.
and this is wild and crazy. And, it's like, oh my God. And then you always think about this. I never was like that in high school. And of course, you probably were. You just don't, and
Don't remember
it's,
it that way. Okay.
don't remember that well. But those kids are now grown. They're in their 30s. They have families. They're married. There are some that still struggle, but I'm still part of their lives. They still call. They still want to
Nice.
have conversations. So that's really been good in that sense. And so that's kind of one part. But my the current role is that I help staff develop healthy financial practices
Okay.
around fundraising, raising monies to do the ministry, to do the programming, to help get kids to camp. I am in it with them to help them think through those things. Another aspect, and this is just recently, I was just on call this morning,
Hmm.
is just encourage them. Really, ministry is hard. I think life is hard, work is hard. Everything
Yeah.
we do can be challenging. But really
True.
having people in your life that can come and encourage you and provide wisdom. And so that's one of the things I look at is like I can provide wisdom and encourage people that are working in hard to fund areas, that are working in difficult communities where
Hmm.
sometimes it's hard. And it may not, it may be one thing, it may be funding, then you have kids, you have homelessness, you have all these things, dynamics going on, and you're trying to figure out what's going on and how to help best and where to start. And sometimes my staff just don't know where to start at. I've been there, like, where do you
Okay. Yeah. See, we have,
um
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And so I would say, another aspect of what I do is just showing up. I would say that, not only do staff show up for kids, but I show up for staff, is to let them know that they're
Good.
not,
Mm. Oh, bless you.
let them know that they're not in it by themselves. I've been there before. And my tag phrase for them, tagline is, um, God has called us to be faithful to the process. He handles the results. That's just my belief. And so, yeah, that's just a couple of things. I mean, I can go on and on, but those are some few highlights of really walking with staff. And I have two divisions, Midwest and South Central, which is Midwest like the Illinois, all those surrounding states,
Okay.
and Southwest is also Texas and the bordering states. But I also lead a program called our Sequoia program, coaching program, and this is where we have staff in kind of a family pod like, and they learn about fundraising, they build their fundraising muscles. And so I lead that. It's a coaching program. It's just coaching staff for 8 months to be better fundraisers, to be better storytellers, to be
Mm.
confident in asking and
Okay. All right, we seem to have a technical glitch uh, with Wi-Fi connection, and like you have done in the past, I'm hoping you will come back.
Okay, I'm here. Here we go. Can you
Good,
hear me?
good, good. Yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah. So, yeah, and there, I know you talked about training the staff. Do you also do some financial literacy for the youth as well?
I don't, well, I don't. Now, when I was an area director, I did.
Okay. No, but
Now,
you as an organization, I mean.
some of them do. Young Life is kind of like a franchise. And so you have areas that operate like franchisees. And
Hmm.
so they determine the needs and wants depending on the community. If a
Okay.
community needs that, then they will probably introduce those things. Now, one of the things that I do serve outside of Young Life, outside of my work, I
Mhm.
serve on a National Black MBA board here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And
Okay.
I lead what we call our Leaders of Tomorrow, which is our high school program. And we do financial literacy and a career expo. So we do that every
Very
year.
nice. Very
We teach
nice. Yeah.
on investing, banking, uh, credit score, all of those things that are very important for them as they learn, not only just before they get to the adult, but now how they focus and think about money and your
Yeah.
all those things, your relationship with money. Now, going back to your question, we do in the coaching program. Uh, we with our staff. I do in the coaching the Sequoia program. We do a workshop on personal finance because I believe personal finance and fundraising go hand in hand. Hand in hand. Your view of money will affect how you are in relationships and
Yeah.
even do fundraising for the ministry. So we try to make sure people have
Okay.
healthy perspectives of money because everybody comes from different backgrounds. Some people come from a place of scarcity, and some people come from a place of abundance. And so
Yeah.
how you look at that and balance that in your role makes a
Yeah.
difference, not on a person, but professional.
Very true. Very true. So again, so now this goes to where you go out of your regular job and you're
Mhm.
taking this on to impact the community and the future of the community by teaching and training the youth. So hats off to you for doing that. But listening to all of these things, and I know our listeners don't know so many other things that go
Mhm.
on, but my simple question is, when do you have time to live life?
This is my life. I do. I mean, I'm involved with a lot, but I do have a
Hmm.
balance. I know when to take time to myself. And I think for me, just being single has you know, I have a lot more time. I don't,
True.
I take care of my mother when she needs me.
Hmm.
She's very independent, and so, but being single, I believe, what Scripture says. Single, you do what you can do while
Hmm.
while the sun is up. And so I'm gonna utilize every hour the Lord gives me, but also not also that hour I'm gonna use that to work hard, but also to play hard. Kind of take some time away and be.
Cool.
I think that's essential for my health, my well-being, my thought life, all of that, and
Very
in my
nice.
period, because you can work yourself to the bone and look back and say, did I take time for myself? Did I take time for those that were important to me in life?
Mm,
And I don't want to live, and I don't want to ever live with regrets. Regrets. I just don't want to be in that space of
very
regretting.
nice. Yeah,
Um,
we don't.
those
Very
things.
true. Yeah.
Right.
So what happens is that many times we say that, yeah, I mean, I want to really live life.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
the thing is that our works get on to us so much
Hmm.
that we live our work and forget to live our life.
Hmm.
So I'm
That's true.
glad that you are one individual whom we can tell our listeners, hey, you know what? You need to work, but you need to go live your life, but also
Right.
go over and beyond and helping the
Right.
community at large.
Yes, I agree 100%. Yes.
Great, great. And of course, I mean, I would like also to know more about um, the extracurricular help that you offer these kids, but we'll keep
Mhm.
that for our second show. And we
Okay, I
will
love it. Yeah. I'm glad you invited me on to a second show. I guess I've done all right so far. You invite me, I get the second interview, you know.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That's good.
Yes. And the idea, of course, is for people to get inspired, listening
Mhm.
to the great things that people do. So
Yeah.
sometimes there are great people, and of
Mhm.
course you are great as well. And sometimes there are just common, ordinary people
Mhm.
who end up doing just one great thing, but that
Mhm.
one great thing actually impacts somebody else's life. It might
Mhm.
impact many lives, but even if they have impacted one single life, that
Mhm.
is a very good impact for the society at large. So we
Mhm.
want to promote these positivities, to
Mhm.
inspire and motivate others to see to it that they bring about positivity, not only in their lives first, but also in the lives of their loved ones and friends, family, and go out in the community and help people that they don't even know.
Mhm.
So
Sure.
you are one of those heroes that does that,
Mhm. Yeah.
and definitely hats off to you. So
Right.
before, as we are coming to the end of our show for today, what are the few things that you would like to highlight for the benefit of our listeners?
Yeah, I would say just I know we've known each other, Cindy, for for a while, and I hear my mom talks just amazing things about you, and it was really good for us to sit together and have breakfast and really talk about life and really spend some time together when I was in Memphis, and I thought that was really good. It gave me a different perspective of who you are, and
Hmm.
I've always honored and respected you. But even more us being together was really, really pivotal for me. I can say one thing is, of course, I'm born and raised in Memphis.
Hmm.
Being there ignited something in me.
Mm.
When I think about the city, I think about the needs of the city, and I think there are people doing great things there.
Yep. Yeah.
And so I thought about, Lord, is there something that I need to be doing there as
Hmm.
well? And so just thinking about that and praying about that. But I would say, my work has been all over the country, here locally, very involved in my church and my community and so
Hmm.
forth. I always think about at the end of my life, I want to be able to say I laid it out all on the field. I laid everything out and I've done the best I could and helped as many people as I can. And that is the joy that I get. And so I
Beautiful.
just appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you letting me be on here and inviting me to a second interview.
Oh, of course. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll do it
Mhm.
soon
Okay.
at a mutually good time.
Okay. Yeah.
But I definitely want to thank you. And before I
Mhm.
end, I want to thank your mom as well, Miss Mary Rogers. Thank you
Mhm.
so much
Mhm.
for everything that you do. And
Yes.
I want to
Yeah.
repeat that St. Peter's Manners, all the residents over there
Yeah.
sing your praises. I have seen it
Mhm.
myself. I bring my young son also to volunteer when I come
Mhm.
there, and I have only praises to sing about her.
Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
thank you, Miss Rogers, and
Yeah.
also thank you, Daryl.
Mhm.
You are a wonderful person, and I hope and pray that there are many more people who end up listening to this and they get
Mhm.
inspired to do
Yeah.
positive impact on the community.
Yes, I agree. Yes, sir.
Right. So thank you so much and have a phenomenal day.
All right. You do the same. Thank you so much. This was great.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.